Welcome back to Broken Bobby's Transformation. Today, I have a story that I found from the CDCR press releases, and this involves a institutional homicide that occurred on October 14th at 2:55. Uh, this was a few weeks ago, a month and a half or so, but there's some significance to the story, and that's the reason I wanted to share it. So, inmates Roland Corona and Luis Alvidrez, I hope I said that correctly, allegedly attacked Isaac Duran. And Isaac Duran suffered multiple stab wounds and was life flighted from the institution where he eventually passed on November 9th. Now, uh, in the investigation of this, Corona and Alvidrez were removed and put in ADSEG pending investigation. Now, there were three inmate manufactured weapons recovered from this incident. Couple of things I wanted to touch on with this. One of the alleged aggressors, Roland Corona, is 57 years old. Now, keep in mind, all of these guys are lifers or pretty close to it, serving multiple decades. So most of them really don't have much to lose. But this is the environment in prison, especially on these level 4 yards, where a lot of people are doing life. And, now, even though they have action of going home at some point, 20, 30 years from now seems like you're not ever going home. So a couple of key points I want to touch on. There were 3 weapons recovered, 2 aggressors. So basically everybody had a weapon, including the victim. Now, on these level 4 180 yards, from what I understand, this is the norm. You are going to have a piece on you because, they're not playing around on these yards. And, things could erupt spontaneously and you don't want to be caught without it. So this is the environment of these yards. And like I said, one of the alleged aggressors, he's 57 years old. Think about that for a minute. That's the point in life where, I'm getting into that age group and, I'm thinking about retiring at some point. This is prison though. And a lot of people say, I'm my own man and I do what I want to do. Go to one of these yards and let me know how that turns out. Because there are a lot of big homies, so to say. And if they come up and tell you, go stab that guy, guess what you're going to do? Or, the other option is they'll have someone else go take care of that, and then they'll take care of you next. So, this is not a place you want to be, like you want to, at that age, you want to be thinking about family vacations and, stuff like that. To touch on the point of the 3 weapons that were found, this is something I want you to think about. There were 3 weapons on the yard, similar to these. How do you think they got them out to the yard? They're being patted down and everything coming out of the cell blocks. They basically carry them weapons inside their body. Read between the lines on that one. So this is definitely not a place you want to find yourself. So, I suggest if you're heading down that path of addiction or into the gang world, you might want to pump the brakes on that and look at maybe getting into a trade or pursuing further education and, finding that special someone and settling down and having a family or whatever it is that you want to do. Because this other path, the thing is, you could go in on something really simple, like a 16-month sentence, and next thing you know, you're on one of these level 4 yards because you had to put in some work and somebody got unalived. And the thing is, these gentlemen, Roland Corona and Luis Alvarez, I hope I'm saying that right. They're now they're in ADSEG, pending a SHU term. SHU is secure housing unit. It's the most secure place in the prison, and it's a disciplinary thing. So, those cases are going to get picked up outside, and they're probably going to get life on top of whatever else they had already. So, it's not the way to go. And, there's a victim in the story, but really everybody's a victim. Not just the guy that got unalived or the aggressors who, I don't know if, they woke up and said they wanted to unalive somebody today, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. I'm pretty sure they got tapped on the shoulder and it was their turn. So, lots of victims, not to mention the family of the victim that's no longer with us and the families of the alleged aggressors. So, remember, family, freedom, fitness. If you incorporate these things into your life, things will be a lot better. So don't look at the mountain, just start climbing.